Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Brass Monkey X. So today we're working on my Chrysler 200 again. I know this is something that comes as kind of simple to some people, but I know there's lots of people out there who don't know how to do stuff like this. That's why I make some of these easier videos for people like my wife, who she tells me she loves the videos like this because she doesn't know how to do simple stuff like this. And there's plenty of other people online looking for help for things like this. So this is why I'm making these videos. So please save your comments. I don't need to hear how this video wasn't necessary and this was such a simple thing to do. I know, I understand, but again, I make these because I know there's people out there who they're not very mechanically inclined and they don't know how to do simple things like changing a cabin air filter. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this on a Chrysler 200. Now this goes for a lot of cars, a lot of vehicles. It's pretty much the same thing. And the only reason I'm doing this is because my neighbor the other day came over and asked me if I could help him change his. Again, it's another person who didn't know how to change a cabin air filter. Now in most vehicles, it's pretty much the same process. And it's a pretty cheap fix too. Like this thing cost me, I think, 13 bucks on Amazon. So, I don't know, let me quit jabbering here and I'll show you guys how to do this. Now, what you do is basically you're just going to open up your glove box, okay? I cleaned mine out. And I know it's a little dirty. My car's looking a little dirty. I got to clean it. But get all the junk out of your glove box. And then bear with me, guys, here. I'm doing this with one hand. Usually it's pretty simple to get the glove box down. On my car here, the Chrysler 200, all you got to do is you kind of push in the edges and it unlocks it and pops it down. That's basically all you got to do. Then if you want to get it completely out of the way, there's these little tabs in here on either side. It's holding it on. You just kind of pull down. If you just yank down, the whole glove box will come down and out of your way. But it's not really necessary for this. So if you look right up in here, there's this weird looking little box on the Chrysler 200. Okay, sorry, my thing's not focusing here. Now there's tabs up here on the top on this cover. There's a tab on that side. Let me try and point it out to you. Right here. See, you push that in. There's one on the other side too. Okay, you push those in and just pull forward and this cover pops right off. Let me switch hands here. Try not to drop the cover like I just did. Set that aside. And then right there is your cabin air filter. Okay, it tells you which direction the air flows and there's an arrow. So remember what that one says, because when you put the new one in, you want to put it in the same direction. Okay, keep those arrows pointing down is what you're going to want to do. Now, I'm almost scared to look at mine. I've literally never changed mine, ever. I've had this car since 2015. I've never changed a cabin air filter. It's important to do maintenance on cars, guys. Even stupid little things like your cabin air filter. Every now and again, you really should change this out. I don't know how often. I don't know the schedule. But, I mean, for a safe bet, I mean, these things, they only cost like 12 bucks, 13 bucks. You might as well just change it every time you change your oil. But let's just go ahead and pull this out of here. We'll slide it on out. Yeah, that's looking pretty grimy, guys. Definitely time to change that thing out. Oh, that is gross. There's all kinds of things falling out of there. Nasty. Alright. So we'll set that aside. Then I went ahead and I already opened up the new one. Because, like I said, I'm working with one hand here to show you guys what we're doing. And again, right here on it, you can see there's an arrow pointing in the direction it needs to go. So we're just going to make sure we put that back in there with the arrow facing down again. So we just grab this, slide it up there into the slot. So, apparently this one, the writing was on the side of it, not on the front like on the other one. So I had to turn it. It was the wrong direction. That's why I wasn't fitting in there. I'm such a dope. All right. So now that we have it facing the right direction, we're just going to find that slot, stick it up in there, and just slide it in. And again, just make sure that that arrow is facing in the right direction. I know that you can't see it now. This is a poor design on this one, but that's all right. We remember it was facing down, so we're good. Just make sure it's all the way in. Okay, and you're just going to take your little clip. You're going to put that back on the front. Pops right back into place. You'll hear it click. And then you just put your glove box back up in place. Just kind of slam it home and you're done. That's all there really is to it, to changing the cabin air filter on a vehicle. Now, like I said, most vehicles are going to be pretty much very similar to that. There isn't much different to the process. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's how you change your cabin air filter. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time.